The title of this video this morning on Sunday morning is called Setting the Record Straight, okay? And this, of course, goes back to my childhood. So this is important that I put this on record with YouTube and basically the entire system, okay? Number one, I am not a political being. I'm a spiritual being. I am what love is in living spirit. I don't allow my spirit to be held captive to a political system. Okay. This avatar represents, if you will, a bloodline family, which is a clan, which is white bear, which means I'm an Indian. Okay? Indians don't have political systems. Okay? We are first law nations, which is star nations. Okay? So President Trump knows that because he represents a star system. Okay? All the beings that are on this planet belong to some clan or some tribe, or their DNA is represented by a star system that they originate from in their DNA, their blood plasma. Okay? That's numero uno. So I don't allow my consciousness to be held captive by anything. Okay? So if you've been paying attention to my videos, I am what you call a free spirit. Energy seeking the path of least restrictive resistance, which is electrical current. That means that I don't hold matter density captive, which means I don't hold on to electrons. I want those electrons to grow freely, the same way they do from the girl in the planet. The same way that that sun is giving away energy to grow crops on. I have a star within me. A sun that burns hot, as hot as it possibly can. So that that light burns forever what love is, which is what the singularity is, which is a singularity unit of consciousness. It's not held captive by another unit of consciousness. Political systems as they were set up by the rulers, which represents a pyramid. So anybody, as I've mentioned before, that takes a look at the entire Washington, D.C. complex was set up through the Rothschilds, which are Dracos, and Anunnaki, and the Vatican, which is satanic. Okay? Go into the House of Representatives. I've been in there. That's all Roman architecture. Okay? Romans. The Roman Empire. Who defeated the Roman Empire? We did. The tribes. The first law nation tribes. First law is first star, which is what love is. Giving free energy so that we thrive. Holding somebody's consciousness captive to a collective is a violation of free will. You're not allowed to be free. Everything that they set up through the entire political system, all of their bureaucratic agencies, was designed to hold consciousness captive to parasitic consciousness. In order to do what? Hold your energy captive to feed on us because they are parasites. They hold on to energy. They don't let it flow freely so that everybody can thrive. That's not what they do. Okay? Which is one of the reasons why I'm going to have to get a new phone number. Okay? Because I keep getting messages from the campaign administration of Trump saying, you've been ignoring the messages. That's a big fuck you. Okay? Quit bothering me. I don't vote. Indians don't vote for a political system. Okay? We're not part of your nation. Corpus Juris Secundum means second law nation. Why is that? Why do they have so many prisons in this country? Because they haven't learned and evolved through learning to go faster, to raise their state of vibration and their state of awareness, in which they realize I'm not being held captive to parasitic consciousness. I am free to be who I am. And when I am running first law, which is what love is the law, I am free to be an autonomous unit of consciousness, which means we do no harm. So we have no prisons. Okay? Take the time to take a look at, if you will, what are known as the 6 Aboriginal treaties. Okay? Under international law, which is inter-star nation law. Okay? And you will find, for example, Noah's Ark Treaty of the Americas Empire. The tribes were here long before they ever got here. And Patty Broussard, the commander of the Earth Defense Forces, is the holder of the Ring of Midas. Those are the Earth's builder's tools. Okay? So, for example, a couple of years ago, when all the fires were going off all over the place, she mentioned to us she was going to have to bump this up to Trump. Okay? The tribes are first law nations. This is our home world. Okay? We defend and protect all life on this planet. It's a classroom. It's also a healing center that allows those that come in here to heal through love because of the trauma that they have suffered as a result of sexual, emotional, and physical trauma. That's why we're here. That's why the ones that set up the political system through the Draco and the Anunnaki and the other alliances that they have with other beings that are dark, meaning they run a lower frequency vibration in which they feed on those that run higher frequency consciousness. And that gets into all the timeline stuff. So this is where we're going through, if you will, what I call a separation of the herd. Because the girl in the classroom, the teacher that has this classroom, rang the bell. Class dismissed. That's why there's a new sun. The tribes know this as the 6th sun. The last Baktun harmonics ended in 2013. So anyway, I thought that was important to impart because I had to set the record straight. Okay? We are not political beings. We don't run binary duality consciousness. Red light, blue light. Republicans, Democrats. Either or. Black and white. Infinite light is infinite possibilities, which is infinite creative imagination, which is living with no time clocks, which means the speed of your T-wave in a vortex is spinning so fast because we have so much love and light in our heart and soul that allows us to go so fast through the cosmos and bring the light wherever it needs to be restored and enjoy thriving star nation relationships with building thriving communities. That's why we're here. That's why it's so important, as I've mentioned many times before, what you all choose to do is naturally up to you. It's not up to me. I don't control or attach myself to anything. I'm a free unit, a free spirit. I spread as much love and light as I possibly can to keep my energy as high as I can, to keep attracting more of what I am, which is what light is, which is what love is in living spirit, and that frees your mind. You're able to live in a state of peace, the camera eye in the eye of a hurricane. The peace, the center of the hurricane, it's in a state of peace, while that spin of that hurricane, like the spin of the galaxy, with all that light, with all those classrooms, with all those gods and goddesses from which the students in those classrooms can learn to raise the speed of their learning, which is raising the speed of how light works, which is how love works in living spirit. So you can imagine how a political system is interpreted by us. That's why they put us in POW camps, prisoner of war camps, or what the reservations are. They're conquerors, universe killers, vampiric consciousness. They want to hold everything captive to their pyramid from the top down. So self-rule is self-love, which simply means that the energy that we use to be who we are is what love is. And when you're running that high-speed vibration, what happens? Your mind, your spirit, light body is not held captive by anything. You are free to be who you are. And when you are free to be who you are, just as I am, then I will know, and we will all know who we all are, because we're not in fear of anything. We're not in fear of each other. That was part of the itinerary or motivation of the mask. I'm in fear. That's a ritual. The mask is a satanic ritual. Anyway, this is simply to put it on record so that it's in the system. Okay? I am not a political being. Okay? It's a joke. So it's painful, actually, that what happened here. When you have a higher vibration frequency that allows us to have a higher state of awareness, it's actually simple to break it all down and understand and know how it all works and why they were holding everybody captive to taking a blank disc, if you will, putting all the information in it, and all that information represents what? The future. What that child will do with that information represents the future. And the future for that child is to be an energy slave, held captive to a political system in which it's used by corporate pirates. They become an energy slave to something that they can't escape from because they can't lose the density from which they're held captive, which is in a time clock. That's time card programming. Anyway, have a great day. We're headed in the right direction. We're speeding up. There's a lot of light in here. There's a lot of powerful spirit. There are a lot of beings that are here that are observing us, that want us to succeed, to free ourselves from our captors. Okay? Anyway, we won. Okay? That's why I don't worry about nothing. So I hope that you all can live through your heart and experience the same love and joy that I do of what it feels like to have a communication relationship with the girl up there, which is that sun, okay? And the girl and the planet. You know, to live in peace, love, harmony, and balance with everything that is in nature. Nature is our teacher. That's why we hang out with her and everything in nature. It's because everything vibrates like crazy in nature. Everything is living in nature. And we celebrate all that life with love because we hold it sacred the same way that we hold our soul to be sacred as we do all of you. With that, I bid you a good day. I hope you have happy, fun, and joyful Sunday because it's a beautiful day. Bye.